Hello, it's Jolene. Welcome back to the Home Stitchery Decor YouTube channel. If you're new here, I'm Jolene and I am from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. This is what I do and I talk all about it here on my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I want to talk to you about a huge mistake I've recently made. And of course, I'm so stupid, I decided I needed to make it two times I made this mistake. Okay, so I have this product here called a soup bowl cozy. This is the product we're going to talk about in the video. The soup bowl cozies are a part of a product line. If you can see here, I have a whole stand here of mix and match products. So I have dishcloths, my own line of cards. I have soup bowl cozies, dish drying mats, tea towels, pillows, and then over in this corner I have rugs. And then I don't know if you can see them up there, but I have framed wall art. So this is my product line. And I have it in multiple colors. They all mix and match. And then I go to these huge markets and I sell online. I also sell wholesale. So when stores order wholesale, I love it because I have a set price for what they can purchase the items for. They send me a list of the SKUs that they want. I package up the items and off it goes. It's done. It's all done. We have an agreement for how much they have to spend and they pay the shipping costs to get it to the store. Of course, if they're local, they have the option of coming and picking up, and then they're responsible for putting the products on the shelves, marketing the products, and they have to sell the products at the same price that I sell my products for on my website or at my farmer's market. So they can't mark the product up. They can discount the product if they want to, but that's it. So then I have my online sales where people like you can go onto my website and pick products that you like and mix and match the collections however you like, and I will ship you your items. I have a referral program and I have a points program where you can earn points on your purchases, and I have so many, thank you, repeat customers. It's absolutely unbelievable how many people have bought something and then come back over and over again. That was my whole business plan to begin with. Maybe I'll explain that too. When I first went to markets, I was like, all I need to do is make something that a girl will bring me another girl, right? So if you make a piece of crap, some girl is going to tell like 15 of her friends, oh my God, look at this piece of crap. But if you make something awesome, they will bring you a friend, right? So I didn't need to make like billions of dollars doing this. I just needed to make enough money that, I was happy and I was able to grow my business, and I made a lot of friends doing it. So the same applies from when I'm standing at a market explaining my products to people ordering online. They tell their friends and then I get more orders. So all of those things are working. Here's what's not working: selling to commission stores. So when I first started my business, there are all these little stores all over the place where all these people have started up their own stores, and they get a whole bunch of vendors like myself to come in. The vendors pay rent for the size of the space that they're giving them. So if they give them this much space, they might charge, $50 for this much space for the month. And then they take a commission off of your product. And when I first started, I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. I'm going to totally do that. And I did. And I did it in multiple stores, like all over Alberta. I had products in stores all over Alberta on commission stores. So here's what happens with that. You have to drive the product down to the store. You have to put the product into the inventory of the store. You put your product on the shelf, but if they want to move it, they'll move it. And then you have to watch your sales reports. You have to pay your monthly fees. So typically you're signing in. Well, you can sign in as often as you want if it's on a system like Ricochet, and see what your daily sales are. And then at the end of the month, you have to pay your rent. Plus, then you also have to get your deposits. And most of mine had not been set up for direct deposit. So then I'm entering the deposit information. Then you have to keep track of the sales. Then you have to report those sales with your bookkeeper, and you have to pay your bookkeeper to integrate those sales through your QuickBooks or whatever you're doing. It's all work. It's all freaking work, right? So I went into these stores initially and I had all kinds of mix and match products in all of these stores. And then what would happen is, because I only sent 2 brown dish mats and 2 beige dish mats and 2 black dish mats, 1 black or 2 black dish mats would sell, but not any of the towels that went with them. So then you're constantly going back there and refilling with the one thing that you're out of. Also a freaking waste of time, right? Total waste of time. So I left because I wasn't making any money. I wasn't consistently making any money. It was costing me way too much in rent. I was having to drive around, do all the things. So I left all these stores and brought my product back, and I decided I'm only going to do wholesale, because wholesale, they buy what they want, they fill up when they want, and the product's gone. It's out the door. It's their problem. And not that it's a problem. I mean, the wholesale stores are doing well and they're selling. So where's the problem, right? And I have a low buy-in for wholesale. You have to have a store. You have to have a legitimate business in order to order wholesale from me. There's a wholesale application on my website. If you have a store and you want my product, by all means, reach out. But that works great. But the commission store didn't. So I took all my stuff back and I was like, never again, right? Now, this Christmas, though, I was at these huge Christmas markets that I do, and a store approached me and they're like, we have multiple locations. We know you were in the store before when we only had one location, but we've really grown our brand, and our soup bowl cozy vendor has left. Will you come back in with soup bowl cozies? So I did, because I thought to myself, okay, if they already had a vendor, when I was first in there, they had just started their store, and now they're more established and they have more people, etc., coming in there. They have multiple locations now. Things will be better. And because I was only going to put in the soup bowl cozies, I wasn't going to be grabbing from all of these different collections of colors. So I made them some in this color. That's true. But I also have lots here left, and I'm starting to, as you can see, stockpile. Which I will need to do for Christmas. So I thought, okay, it's fine. It's soup bowl cozies. So I rented the shelf in one store. It was one price, and another store it was another price. And I'm not going to disclose the store because I don't want to defame the store or anything like that. I'm just talking from my experience, from my business, why this is not working. So, you pay your rent every month. And you have to do the same things all over again. You look to see if your sales are there. You make sure that you've sent your e-transfer for the payment. You have to manually enter their payment at the end of the month. But here's what happened. No, and I'm not even surprised, because it was my own damn fault for doing it. So one store, I was over 5 months, I made 36%. So if my product cost me $15, or cost $15. So the retail tag on this is $15. My take home from everything, after the rent, everything, what they're paying out for it is 36%. Well, I still have to pay for this tag. I still have to pay for this tag. I still have to pay for this sticker. I still have to pay for this pin. I have to pay for this fabric, for the stuffing in between, for the thread. I have to pay for the sewing machine, the website, the liability insurance. I have to work on my Instagram. I have to work on my Facebook. I have to work on my YouTube. All of these things to, send them traffic. And my take home is 36%. So here's my thoughts on this and what I'm going to do going forward. Under no circumstances ever again is anybody ever going to make more money on my product than I do. Like, flat out. It is not going to happen. So the amount of time I had to spend to go back and forth, to take product, this time wasn't so bad because I loaded them up with product, but I don't think that they were filling the whole shelf. I think that they were leaving space. Now, when I go to a market, of course, I'm not going to have it this full, but I am going to have this thing really full, which allows people to pick and choose. Now, the other thing is, yes, I chose, they asked me to just have the one product back in the store. But as I explained in one of my last videos, my products sell better when people can pick and choose. So when they can pick their soup bowl cozy, and then they pick their matching dish drying mat. And let's be honest, they never pick one soup bowl cozy. They always pick two, because you have to have a set. And then they they pick the matching towel that goes with it and make a cute kitchen set. And then, oh, wait a second, you have a card. This is for my grandma. So I'm going to send her a card with love. This is how my product works now. That's how it needs to sell so I can make the most money possible. And putting my stuff into commission stores it just does not work for me. So I highly encourage you, if you have a product that you want to sell, to run your numbers, to know your numbers. And if you're comfortable selling at a certain number, go ahead and do that. But if you're not comfortable, then I highly recommend just moving directly into wholesale as quickly as you can. You can do it very easily on Shopify. I'm a Shopify affiliate. I'll put the Shopify link here. You can start Shopify. I believe it's free for the first 3 days and then $1 for the first 3 months. So if you want to start a Shopify store, that's the way to go with that. And they have every app you can imagine, including wholesale. So you can run that quite easily. And then if you're going to send traffic to anything, you should be sending things to your own. My opinion is, like on these stores, I sent an email, just to be fair. I did send an email like 2 months ago and I said, hey, these numbers aren't adding up. What are we going to do about this? And basically the answer was dance monkey. Like, I'm to contact their social media person. I'm to contact the store managers. I'm to make social media directing all my traffic to their stores. I'm to be committed to my product. There was even a comment of, if you're in a full-time store, you need to be full-time committed. And so I kind of left it last month. And then when I went back to them this month, I just said, the numbers aren't adding up, I'm leaving. But just so we're very clear, I am 1000% committed to my business and my product. That is not an issue. It is not a commitment about my product issue. But I expect, when I'm paying you rent plus commissions, that you should be able, as a store, to at least cover the rent on some of my products. So this last month, they didn't even make rent. One of the stores didn't even make rent. And then I took an average of the months that I was in there. So it's quite atrocious. Know your numbers, make good decisions. See you in the next video. Bye.